Welcome to the Make and Design Podcast. I'm your host, Carina Gardner. On this podcast, we're unraveling the everyday joys and dilemmas of design, making, and business. For makers who want to be designers and for designers who are makers, this is your inside scoop to help you grow your business and bring more creativity to your life. This morning, I went digging around on the internet to see what pops up when I type in my own name. This is a scary process. If any of you have done this before and you have a lot of content or old blog posts, it's kind of a funny process. So I don't click on the main one. I click on images because I'm always fascinated. I also have a large assortment of videos because all these years, while I haven't necessarily been teaching design, I just own my own design business, and then I have to teach people how to make and do all the things that I design, right? So especially silhouette tutorials, SVG tutorials, quilting projects, block of the month, so that they can see how they can use the fabric lines and kind of give that kind of support. So I go and look, and first of all, it is amazing just looking back 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. It's always a tiny bit astounding, you guys. Embarrassing is a word that comes up pretty often for me. Go do this with your own name. It is kind of an amazing thing. Okay, so I go on. I kind of start looking at it, and you know what really actually occurs to me is that I really focus, and I tell you guys, and I tell my Design Suite members, and I tell my bootcamp members that we should be focusing on one thing. Okay, and that one thing is designing. We should be designing. And what I'm seeing on the internet is actually this culmination of me designing every single day, spending every single day designing, and then giving the education to support it or teaching people how to use it. Okay. So that was like second tier to it. But I think, and it always astounds me, as I see my Design Suite members, they are with me. By the way, if you haven't been here before, you don't realize my Design Suite members are with me for an entire year. Some much longer. Like you can continue on in a monthly membership. Those of you who have been with me for a very long time and know that when you're with me for a whole year, you can't see what I can see, which is a ridiculous amount of progress. One of the reasons I like a year, other than the fact that I don't think you can do a lot with a lot less. If you're in just a 1 month program, 2 month program, a DIY program, you're only going to be able to do so much. That's all there is to it. There's a reason university graphic designers have 4 years in college, okay? There just is. You need 4 years to become a good enough designer to be put into the marketplace. I know because I taught those students, and by the time I taught a lot of them graphic design foundations, or I was with them in history, or I was with them in typography. When I was leaving and not going to be a professor anymore, I decided to launch my design business. I was teaching in particular packaging design, so I was teaching the juniors and the seniors, and many of them I had as freshmen, and to see their progress was amazing, but they needed that time to season. Same with us. Those of us who can't go back to college right now, which I don't recommend for second stage of lifers, I recommend you find a program that is going to teach you how to make money and teach you how to get paid and learn how to actually design well. If we're doing those things, it takes time. That's why my program is at a minimum 1 year, and most of my members stay with me longer because they know as they season up, they learn how to design better and they get paid doing it, right? It's a good investment. Just like I recommend college I just actually taught at, I was teaching about textile design to teachers, people of middle school and high school students, 4-H, and I think there was like some university in there as well. And when I was talking to them, I really emphasized you shouldn't be sending your kids to an online program unless you want them to do very specific things. They do need to go to college and get a graphic design degree. There's so much money to be made in this field. There just is so many things, even more than what I teach, which I know my realm, and I'm here to teach you in it because I know you can make money doing it. But honestly, You could be a freelancer. You could do book illustration. You could work in corporate, in-house, doing all sorts of great things. You could be in event planning and be doing all the design work for that. You could be in wedding invitations, cards, stationery. There's just so many places that designers are needed, okay? So where am I going with this? Where I'm going is that it takes a year, it takes some time to see progress. And what I need you to do, okay, as you are designing, is to celebrate the wins and go back, maybe not on the internet, but go back and look at the stuff you made 6 months ago, 3 months ago, a year ago. Go see what you were doing and then go look at what you're doing now. I guarantee if you've really been working, if you've actually been designing, it is better now. It is so much better now. What does that say about you? It means you're growing as a designer. It means you're getting better as a designer. That is powerful. That is so powerful, okay? So keep growing, keep becoming better. Those tiny little things, and the tiny thing I'm talking about is opening up Illustrator every day, designing every single day. As you do it and as you move forward, you will become the person, the designer that you want to become. You just have to do it every single day. Little bit of motivation here for you. What you're doing now is important. You're creating a skill for life. You're creating a career for life that will, if you are doing the right things, will bring you income in the rest of your life. Not some tiny, if you're listening to this and you took a bunch of tiny little courses out there, or you've taken all the courses out there, and you are still not making money, there is something missing, okay? They didn't teach you how to actually make money. They taught you a skill set, and that's very important. I really believe in learning how to build a skill. But they haven't actually taught you how to make money, which is a skill in and of itself. Most of us as artists and creatives, we don't like learning that skill. It's not very fun. We want to do our craft. We want to be a practitioner. We want to be designers. We don't want to have to learn how to make money. And that's where in my programs we try to bridge the gap, because I know that you will not stay doing the art, doing the creative stuff, being the designer if you're not actually getting paid to do it. You won't stick to it. You won't, because it's a hobby. It's not a career. It's a hobby. So stick with it. Do the tiny things every day, and it will overwhelm you as you see the progress you make and all the things that you will have accomplished if you just stick with it. Now, if you are someone who has been in another program, or maybe you haven't even been in a program, maybe you're just like, I need to learn design. I need to make a career shift. Oh my gosh, the number of people we have in our program who have made a career shift that has been so interesting to see, have even quit their jobs to do this full time with me. It is astounding. And if you really want to get into that, come join me in my next design boot camp. That's where we really talk about strategies. And I'm telling you this because literally you will come and your mind will be blown with what I will tell you, because I'm very truthful, very honest. I like to tell you the numbers. I like to tell you what kind of money you can make and what will not make you money, okay? I really, really do. So come join me for that. I think it'll be fun. And people often ask me, like, Carina, is this just classes? Is this the money you make from classes? And I'm like, no. There's a reason you didn't see me for years and years and years teaching classes. I make a lot of money designing. I have a design business. And so this is the one time you're going to get a chance to actually talk to someone who has a successful multiple six-figure design business, okay? Who is then also now teaching the things that I learned how to do to you. And I know it's a formula. I know it's a formula. I know that you can make the money in this design realm. You can make the same kind of money I have, because there is nothing special about me except for that I think about my choices and I design every day. Okay, let me help you also think about those choices so that you can strategize, so that you can be smarter. Come join me in a design boot camp. You just go to carinagardnercourses.com/design bootcamp. I can't wait to see you there. Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.